This is your fourth book and your third memoir. And in this one, you open by talking about an injury you sustained after spinal surgery in 2018 that resulted in you having to learn to walk again. One, I want to know why that was, but also what was it about that challenge in particular that forced you to rethink your trademark positive outlook on life?
Well, to give you a little backstory, I mean, I had had Parkinson's for 30 years at this point. This was 2018, and so I kind of said to people, I reached a détente with the disease. I would
Mm.
do what I needed to do, and they would do what I didn't need to do, and we'd get along, and we get by, and it would gradually take more and more, and there'd be more loss, but it kind of felt like on my terms. And so I might have been cocky about that, but that's how I felt it was going. And then I had a couple of years previous, they had found a tumor on my spine, a benign tumor, but it was a tumor that was encasing the spinal cord, and therefore it was going to paralyze me within a couple of years. So if I wanted to avoid that, I needed to get this surgery, which was really tricky. It was 6 hours. It was Johns Hopkins, amazing team of doctors and assistants, and they did this thing, but I was basically, for the time being paralyzed, had to learn to walk again and literally learn the mechanics of walking. Heel strike, foot transfer, weight transfer, just to keep hips forward, shoulders back. I mean, just the basic fundamentals that you see a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old toying with in the park. Getting up and falling down and tumbling over. And that was my standard situation. So I spent the summer recouping from this surgery, and I was getting to where I could walk a little more independently. And my family were giving me a hard time, saying I was being too cocky and moving too fast. And I said, relax, I'm fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm an athlete. I'm a stuntman. And so I talked them into leaving me alone in the apartment one day because I was going to go to, they were in Martha's Vineyard, and I flew back to New York, and I was going to go do a cameo on a Spike Lee produced movie for Netflix. And so my daughter was in town. She was the only one in town, and she wanted to stay and get me off to work in the morning. And I said, no, I'm fine. Just go home, honey. You have to go to work in the morning. You're fine. I'm fine. I'm a grown-up man. I know what I'm doing. And I woke up the next morning. I went to get coffee. I stepped in the kitchen. I fell down, and I shattered my humerus in my left arm. And it eventually took a rod and 19 pins to put it back together. But in the meantime, when it just had happened, I was lying on the kitchen floor alone, and I knew that my arm was in bad shape. I just couldn't feel it, and I crawled my way over to the wall and got on my cell phone and called my assistant, and had her call an ambulance and come over. And while she was on her way over, I sat there and just ripped myself a new one. I just said, this is all the work that people put into you, and all the effort people put into you, and all the belief in you doing your best, and you're doing the right thing, and you blow it. You just cocky, and you take a wrong step, and it's all shattered. You got to learn to walk in. Your balance is gonna be off, and I started to think, what is this, like, make lemonade out of lemons? I mean, I'm out of the lemonade business. I can't put a shine on this. I can't make this happy. I can't make this good. I can't make this. So don't worry. It's just a shattered arm. It was a real lesson to me in that moment, and I really wallowed in it, and really it took me months to get over it. Sometimes you excoriate yourself so severely that you leave scars. You can tell what other people are doing damage to you. You can do damage to yourself by saying the wrong thing to yourself at the wrong time, and it has lasting implications. So it took me time to get over that.